Hi guys, welcome to the extension of the FOIL video that I just did. Now, you need to have watched that FOIL video and you need to understand FOIL quite well before we come onto these shortcuts, okay? And another word of caution, you only use these shortcuts if you're confident with it. If you're not confident with it, then go back to using FOIL. It'll always work. Okay, so these is what I call special FOIL. Okay, it's the stuff your mom gets from the supermarket. Special FOIL. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. The first thing we're going to look at is brackets squared. Okay, there are step-by-step instructions on the notes from the blog, so go get those, alright? I'm going to do it quite quickly. So the first thing we're going to look at is e.g. x minus 3 all squared. Now, I'm going to do this long-winded and show you how I get the shortcut from there. So, first times first, x times x is x squared. Outer times outer, x times negative 3 is negative 3x. Inner times inner, x times negative 3 is negative 3x. Last times last, 3 times 3 is positive 9. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Okay? Tidy stuff up. I get x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay? If that was too fast for you, go back and watch the video on FOIL that I did previously to this one. Okay? So, there it is. And now I want to say, okay, this is a perfect square. How can I connect anything from there to there? I'll say, take a look at this. The first term, squared. The first term times the last term, doubled. The last term, squared, added on. Okay, well, let's see if this works. Let me try another one. Next one that I've got is 2a plus 6 all squared. So let's try this one. 2a plus 6 all squared. Alright, so first term squared. 2a squared is 4a squared. 2 times 2 is 4, a times a is a squared. First times last, first times last, 2 times 6 is 12, doubled is 24. Plus 24, what? 24a, last squared, plus 36. Okay, there it is. Done. Quite quick, huh? Go and do FOIL if you don't believe me, okay? Write these next to each other, do FOIL, expand it, simplify, you'll get to that. Alright, and now one more. I'm going to do it over there, here, just to save some space. And the last one, 3y minus 5. 3, or e.g., 3y minus 5 squared. Okay, so 3 squared is 9, y squared is y squared. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15, doubled is negative 30, y. Negative 5 squared is positive 25. Finished. Okay. Just be aware it's always plus 25, plus 36, plus 9. It's never minus the perfect square. The reason why is because whenever I'm squaring this, I've got negative times negative is a positive, or I've got positive times positive is still a positive. Okay, so the last term will always be positive. This sign here is the same as the sign in the brackets. Look here. Negative, 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 positive, positive. Alright, something to remember, especially when we get on to factorizing. Start to see connections like this. Okay, and then let's look at the next one. And the next one is even easier than this one. And it's the difference of two squares. Now, if you saw the last video, you would see that how easy this is. I call it difference of two squares. Right, dots. Okay, now, it's not... The answer is the difference of two squares. The original multiplication is not the difference of two squares. So, e.g., x minus 3, x plus 3. X minus 3, x plus 3. Now, I did this in the previous video. If you want to do FOIL, let's just do it long-winded and we'll get to the shortcut. First times first, x squared. Outer times outer, plus 3x. Inner times inner, minus 3x. Last times last, minus 9. Those two get rid of each other. 3x minus 3x, nothing. I've got x squared minus 9. Okay? Right, there it is. Done. So, we can see it's just the square of the first minus the square of the second. If the brackets are exactly the same, except that the signs are different. Okay? If the brackets aren't exactly the same, it's not going to work. If the signs aren't different, it's not going to work. Okay, you have to go back to FOIL. Alright, so, let's shortcut this. Let's go a little bit faster. 5 plus a, 5 minus a. 5 plus a, 5 minus a. Alright? Don't be freaked out if the letter is second. So what? Still the same idea. Okay. So, square of the first, 5 squared is 25, minus square of the second, minus a squared, done. 25 minus a squared. Piece of cake, huh? Alright. If you want to do it in FOIL and go long-winded and see that the middle two terms will cancel out, go for it. Okay. If in doubt, go back to FOIL. Right. And then lastly, let's throw a really complicated one in. I'll do it in red because I haven't used red on this board yet. E.g., just full. 4b plus 7c. 4b plus 7c times by 4b minus 7c. Alright? Well, doing FOIL would be quite long-winded on this, so let's use a shortcut. 4b squared, 4 squared is 16, b squared is b squared, minus, because I've got a difference of 2 squares, 7 squared is 49, c squared is c squared. Piece of cake, huh? Alrighty. Now, notice, difference of 2 squares, difference of 2 squares, difference of 2 squares, difference of 2 squares, perfect square, perfect square, perfect square, perfect square. Alright, you should know what your first 15 perfect squares are. It's good advice to do. Okay, there is no such thing as a sum of 2 squares. Well, there is, but you can't get there through multiplication. You can't use anything with it through factorization. Okay, the most you can do is take out a common factor, which, woohoo, lots of fun. Okay, anyway, there's more notes in the blog. There's more videos underneath. Remember, I'm here for you.